radio show is more important than any other mainstream media outlet that exists.
The Breakfast Club.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it.
Wake the fuck up.
You think I'm gonna come here when this ain't hot?
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
Being here next to all of you guys, it's really big.
It's one of my favorite shows to do, just because y'all always keep it 100, y'all keep it real. But what better place than here?
I think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club and start with that if you want to shake it up.
Good morning, USA! Yo 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 yo. Charlamagne the God. Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday. We got our special guest, co-host Kris Kaylin with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Thursday.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Up, all that good stuff, and it's not as cold today.
No, it's not as cold. It's gonna be like between 50 and 55.
I don't trust it.
Nah, I trust it. It wasn't that cold today.
I don't trust it.
Yesterday was freezing. Did you get out and about yesterday? Because I know you said you were going out in Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah, we went all the way to Cuts and Slices. Pulled up, no line. You know why? They were closed.
They was closed
Yes.
on Wednesday?
Yeah. And then my homegirl, she was like, "Y'all in the hood. Y'all better get out of there." I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay."
She said, "Oh my gosh."
Slices be closed on Wednesday?
Yeah, they were. I was like, we pulled up, no line. Charlotte was right. They were closed. So they are hearing. If y'all are listening today, I'm flying out today, but I would like to get a oxtail slice.
Well, see if they open it. If you don't know what Cuts and Slices is this pizzeria out in Brooklyn that serves different types of pies, black owned.
Man,
they have like oxtail pizza, salmon, the sweet chili salmon pizza.
Let me tell you something. If you ever
shrimp and lobster pizza.
If you ever in New York City from anywhere, because we in 100 markets across the country, but if you ever in New York City from anywhere, go to Brooklyn. It is worth the trek to the hood.
It is.
I don't think it's the hood. Is that the hood though?
Listen, that's what she told me. She was like, "You better get out of there."
What you see around you?
I don't know, but I know we were
close
to
you see old white ladies walking dogs?
I did not.
Okay.
Did not. And I know where they was. I saw a lot of ton of white people walking dogs.
All right.
Did you see no Starbucks?
Did you see the Starbucks?
It was no Starbucks. It was a bodega.
Yeah, that area not bad like that. No, I don't think it's bad at all, actually. I've been there a couple of times.
I will say I was in this one. I know like bodega cats are a thing, but I took a video.
You see bodega cat?
Yeah, not only, I saw him, but he owns the store because he was walking all over the apples and the oranges. My granny would be rolling in her grave. Like,
that was
just dragging his little...
That's normal in New York. Like, the cats just walk around and chill.
It's his store.
Yeah, it's his store.
Okay.
It's usually the bodega. You just got to let the cat live.
I was just like, okay, but I did get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
You did?
I did.
From that same bodega?
I sure did. I was like, it's going to be authentic,
Yeah,
what time you fly out? This afternoon?
Yeah.
Man, you should try to make it. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm going to try to
see if it's open first.
I need to see that.
Google it. Don't trust Charlamagne. He'll send you there again and you'll be there. Get another bacon, egg, and cheese.
And then I miss my flight.
I'm lactose intolerant on all levels, meaning that if I eat dairy, it shows up in my face. I get pimples, all kind of stuff. I get the bubble guts and all of that. And I still will risk it all for Cuts and Slices. You hear me?
Jesus.
Drop on the clues bombs for Cuts and Slices. All right? Yes.
You ever realize, I'm not getting the email, and then you realize that you're way over?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
your capacity?
Yeah, my capacity's way over. And I'm looking at just mad spam. I got mad Groupon emails. I got mad, what is this? What's Good RX? I don't even know what Good RX is.
Oh, that's like a prescription for pharmacy.
Yeah. That's in there, just mad prescriptions on there. Jesus Christ, I got to delete all these right now. All right, well, let's get the show cracking. We got a special guest joining us today.
That's right, our guy from the Young Turks.
That's right, Cenk Uygur.
Yes, he's running. He's running for president, but more importantly, he's the CEO of the Young Turks Network. I know that y'all are familiar with the Young Turks Network from YouTube. Like, in this world of alternative facts and fake information, like, I think that they're a very trusted news source. At least some of my favorite people have popped up on Young Turks. Ida Rodriguez, Nina Turner. So yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. When I seen him on the list before, I just said Turks. I was like, oh, he must be the president of Turks and Caicos. I was like, okay,
you stupid.
I know. I know.
You just dumb.
I take it.
It's okay.
I take it. Pause. I do.
Turkish.
I didn't see. They didn't say Turkish. It said Turks. On the email, it said Turks. Did you see Turks? Red?
Start the
Red,
show.
What did it say?
Start the show, Red.
See, Red believed in me. The Red must be stupid too.
Start the show. Please.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Teslin Figaro, when we come back, we got front page news, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. That was Dirk J. Cole. Busta, when he was here this week, said that the one rapper that he would love to work with that he hasn't worked with yet is J. Cole.
What they waiting on?
That's what I don't know, but that's pretty dope to hear that. But let's get in some front page news. Now, Kris Kaylin is our guest co-host. And good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Kris. Good morning, Charlamagne the God.
Good morning.
Now, Aaron Rodgers in some sports, he has been cleared to practice. Now, this is 11 weeks after his surgery, Achilles surgery.
For what? Now, Red is a New York Jets fan. What is the point? They like 4 and what? What's their record?
I think 5 and 8 or
5,
right?
Yeah, they're tied second and last place in their division, so.
Man.
It's too risky for him to play right now.
Yes, wait till next year. He had a torn, ACL?
Yeah, Achilles.
Torn Achilles.
Come on, man.
All right. Now, also, the Seahawks play on some bum team tonight. I don't even know. 8:15 if you want to watch that game.
Dropping the clue bombs for my Dallas Cowboys. I don't even understand the hate. I don't even understand why this has nothing to do with you. Stay out of Cowboys business. Y'all New York Giants are done. It's over for y'all. Y'all not have no contention going on in the NFC East. Let us cook, bro.
So my mom's a Cowboy fan, so I have to go for them.
Absolutely, she is.
Boo. Now, Tez, let's jump into Chicago.
Yeah, it is a migrant crisis. Folks have been talking about this going on in Chicago, and obviously we see it happening other parts of the country, including New York. But city and state officials are looking to get migrants off the street and out in shelters more quickly because the winter is coming and they do not have a place for these folks to stay. But advocates say that new restrictions will only make things harder. I'm going to break down a couple of components that I want to share with you, but let's listen to the report from Fox 32.
As temperatures plummet and migrants continue to pour into Chicago, Mayor Johnson announced a new partnership with Chicago area churches to help ease the migrant crisis. They're calling it the Unity Initiative.
The Unity Initiative will prioritize getting pregnant women, children, and all of those sleeping outside of police stations or on the floors into temporary housing as quickly as possible through churches all over the city of Chicago.
Now, the program is funded by private donations. It will provide free food, free housing, free social service, free medical services, and eventually employment. Now, critics are saying that they have not been transparent about building a migrant encampment on an empty lot. And here is what Mayor Brandon Johnson had to say to those who are criticizing it.
We're not going to break away from our value system because right-wing extremism is sowing seeds of discord in this city.
Now, Mayor Johnson, although he's saying this is right wing, this camp will be on the south side of Chicago. Black residents are saying, no, this is not right wing. This is just how we feel. So I want you to hear from a couple different residents on the south side that is not, I guess, happy about this camp that we maybe possibly build on the south side of Chicago. Let's take a listen.
As a taxpayer, it makes me feel horrible. I feel that we have a corrupt system. They are not listening to the people.
Residents, including Annette Kane, have been speaking out against the encampment since the very start.
So now I'm looking as a single mom, what about us?
Like Kane, Jaquetta Vaughn's concern stems from a lack of resources for residents.
How about build something for the kids, the community? But instead, this is the first thing that you do is build a tent city.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, I'm not mad at any of this, right? If a human is suffering and you can help them from not suffering, do it. But I would love to know, do they have that same sense of urgency for their own? I'm sure it's been homeless people all over Chicago for years. Have they been treated the way these migrants are being treated?
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly the problem, Charlamagne, that folks are saying. And they're actually offended, by just putting it off on, this is just a right-wing talking point. No, these are real residents that say that the city is not being transparent enough. In fact, they had cameras out there trying to see, how they were building this camp, and they put tarp up so you couldn't see what they were doing. They're not being transparent. They're not being honest with them, saying, hey, this is what we're doing and why. And just as another point, over 21,000 asylum seekers have arrived since August because Texas Governor Abbott bust the migrants there from Chicago, from Texas, also doing that, as you know, in New York and in Denver. So this is happening, a few places all over the country. We're trying to see what they're going to do with this migrant crisis. And yes, residents on the south side of Chicago are speaking up, and they're finding it offensive that people are just trying to, say it's just a right-wing talking point, because that's just not the case.
Yeah, how could they even begin to try to make this a right-wing thing? This isn't about party. This isn't about politics. We got eyes. Okay, we've been watching. We got eyes and ears. We've been watching and hearing homeless people suffer all over this country. So, yeah, I would be speaking out, too, if I saw, migrants coming over here and getting treated better than we are. Like, we've been sitting there suffering all of this time, and you act like you don't see us?
Right. Let me ask you a question. Is that why you think a lot of people are looking towards Trump? Because Trump is so American? and So America and saying, you know, he wants to help home first than a lot of these other people that are coming in? Is that why people are looking towards Trump this election?
I think anybody with an America First message, you know, will make Americans' ears perk up. Yeah.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Now get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. If you want to holler, talk to us. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Blind Beauty.
Hey, Blind Beauty.
Blind Beauty.
What's going on, y'all? So, I'm annoyed, and I need y'all to know if this is something I can sue for, right? So, I went to LA, right? And I was on my way back from LA, and I get wheelchair assistance just because I do travel independently, but obviously the airport is busy.
Right.
So they wheeled me to some random gate because my flight didn't leave until a couple hours or whatever the case is. First of all, when they pat you down in TSA, they need to give you a date because they fill up on your body and your pum pum and everything else. But anyway, so they sent me in some random gate and they never come back. They left me there for hours without using the bathroom, without telling me where I was, asking me if I wanted to get something to eat. And mind you, it's mad people around me. I'm at a gate. People are boarding their flight. And I don't want to just ask random strangers. So I have my cane and I'm like, you know, I travel with my cane, but I'm in LAX. It's super busy. So I'm like, is that something I can sue for?
What they take you away for?
Well, what airline?
All right, don't judge, okay? It was Spirit.
Okay.
But here, no.
I feel like God was protecting you. I feel like God was protecting you.
When she said don't judge, it was like Spirit.
I feel like God was protecting you. But once again, why did they take you away? Why did they take you away to begin with?
She says she's blind. You know she's blind Beauty. So she gets wheelchair assistance. So she's blind. So I guess the flight was delayed. So they put her where she can't see. Right. And then they just left her there for hours.
So how did she know she wasn't at her gate?
In a random place.
How did she know she wasn't at her gate?
You know, with the gate, because listen, Charlamagne, listen, right? So because I got there early, you know, they don't always know the gate, obviously, if the flight is later in the day. And mind you, I've flown with them so many times and I've never had issues. So people always be like, oh, Spirit is bad. But I was like, I've never had an issue, child, until now.
Oh, boy.
So they were like, we don't know your gate number, but we're going to put you over here and we'll come and check on you periodically. Never came back. Like, I was sitting there. I had to ask, like, this white guy. And he's like, oh, I'm going to help you. I'm scared because I'm like, I got my wallet on me. Anything can happen to me. Anything. So I tweeted them. They're like, we're so. I'm like, no. Because what if I was somebody's grandmother or whoever? Like, they would have peed on themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if you can sue, and I feel maybe you should talk to a lawyer. And I feel sorry you had to go through that. But you don't travel with like somebody to assist you?
There's times that I do travel, but like, I'm very independent. Like, I feel like I should be independent because there are accommodations at all of these facilities, right? So, because there is, I should be able, one, it's on my ticket. It says, this bitch is blind. It says it. Like, you need help. Like,
it says, this bitch is blind.
Don't say this bitch is blind. You know what she means.
Visually impaired.
It says visually impaired.
Oh, I'm about to say. God.
Yes.
I would think you was
The Breakfast Club. Tell them why you're mad. It's brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff, the Bull.
And now the Power 105.1 traffic report.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Got some slowdowns on 109, the express lanes at northbound heading into McCarter Highway. Route 21, crash along the left side of the roadway. Also in Cranberry Township, 130 on the northbound side as you head into the stretch by Cranberry South River Road. Real busy. That is because of construction. The LIE still closed in Suffolk County. That's eastbound from Yaphank Avenue, exit 67 into William Floyd Parkway. All traffic has to take the service road because of a 4-car crash. It's about a 30-minute delay. I'm Bernie Viter from the WOR Newsroom.
Save big during Lowe's 25 days of deals. Right now, get up to 50% off select artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through
Back at it.
Yeah. Let's get back to the world's most dangerous morning show.
That's what's up.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Bless up. Wake it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Envy. What's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
Yeah, chilling. Charlamagne.
Peace, sis. What up, Trav?
Welcome back. Who all over there? Who up there?
Hey, Trav.
Oh, what's up, Kris?
Hey, Trav.
Now, Trav.
How you doing, boo?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to have you back up here again. Glad to hear your voice again.
Thank you, love. Glad to be back.
Trav, me and you thinking the same thing about Charlamagne.
Oh, listen. I'm calling to talk to Char because, Char, one thing I know when the girls get flown out to Dubai, I know it smells funky in that room right now.
I didn't go to Dubai.
I know it
I
smells
wasn't in
funky
Dubai.
in that room right now, Char.
He got flown out, Trav.
He got flued out.
I wasn't in Dubai. I was in Abu Dhabi.
Correction.
The difference.
Same thing. It sounds like you got on.
That's like saying Philly and Camden the same thing.
That studio smells like curry goat and butt right now. I know it do.
Nope.
I know it do, Char. Char, where were you at? Because Busta Rhymes was there and you were scared.
I was in Abu Dhabi.
Trav is coming for you right now.
Yeah, crazy because me and Busta have talked so much before then. Like me and Busta talked a few times.
Yeah, but
I was gonna make sure. I was gonna say, if you're scared, get a dog. Call me next time if you're scared to come to work. I'll come up there and protect you.
Nah, Busta was just saying that was Busta's first time, so he was really looking forward to seeing the whole Breakfast Club. But Charlamagne, I missed that day at work. But that's what Busta was saying. But he wants to come back.
Busta will be back.
Yeah, he'll be
Busta
back.
will be back because
They got Charlamagne over there. But the butt stuff that's done, Charlamagne. You back in America.
The what?
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
He just said the butt. Hello, who's this?
It's Sade. Hey, TJNV.
Hey, Sade.
Good morning. Good morning, Charlotte. Good morning, Kaylin.
Good morning.
So I just wanted to tell you, Cut and Slices also has a Queens location. So if you're flying out of one of the Queens airports, you can go there as well.
Where in Queens?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's Cut and Slices in Brooklyn and Queens.
I didn't know Queens. I just know
Give me
Brooklyn.
the info.
Yes, there is a Queens location in Cambria. So if you're flying out of JFK, it's right there. You can slide over.
Where you live for JFK or LaGuardia?
LaGuardia.
Oh, no, that's nowhere near.
Cut
It's
slices.
on Linden Boulevard.
If y'all are listening, you should
Linden
bring a
what?
slice to the studio right now.
I don't know. It's on Linden Boulevard, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you talk about Linden what? I don't know.
I wanted to shout out my little Sag baby, my son. He'll be 7 on Monday. Sincere, I love you.
Oh, man, my man
Happy
Splash just
birthday.
hit me. Yep, he said, FYI, there's a Queens location of Cut and Slice on Linden and by Francis Lewis. No long lines other than the opening 2 weeks ago. Oh, say no more.
Exactly.
Okay, agreed.
All right, thank you, Splash. Yeah, I'm definitely.
You gotta give me.
It's my
You
pops.
gotta give me some book recommendations. I love to read. I know you always got the drop on the good book.
Oh, I'll tell you a good book. Read Michael Harriot's Black AF History. That's what it's called.
Okay, I got you. I'll get it right now.
Yeah,
and another good book is Black Women Must Die Exhausted by Jane Allen. I just finished it. It's an amazing book.
Black Women Must Die
Thank
Exhausted.
you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
The title's misleading, but it's really good.
Guys.
You too now. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now, we got rumors on the way. What are we talking about?
We are talking about Ari Lennox, and she might have to put the pause on somebody, but I'm going to let you know soon.
All right, we'll get into that when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. We got Kris, Kaylin, our guest co-host, and let's go.
This is the Rumor Report.
I am here.
All the way from the 843.
Straight from Charleston.
You
and I'm
already
here.
know.
We got Kris, Kaylin.
Y'all boy already know.
On The Breakfast Club.
Of course, you have the internet, but we have to debunk some rumors.
Talk about it.
All right. Good morning, everyone. So we know Ari Lennox is performing. She's opening up for Rod Wave on his tour. And she was singing, actually. She was doing Pressure, an amazing performance. And a fan got upset because they were ready for Rod Wave to come out. So they started throwing things at Ari Lennox. And we know Ari for being a sweet, beautiful songbird. Well, she got real. And we got the audio for it.
Don't you ever disrespect a beautiful black woman on a stage like that. I'm gonna you up. That's the right. Who did it, bitch? Who did it? Right. Come here, bitch. Come here. Let's do it. Come here, bitch. You that's right. You never even be as good as a that's right.
Jesus.
First of all, why is Ari Lennox opening up for Rod Wave?
That's weird, right?
Yeah, that is weird. But I mean, he's a singer, songer.
I mean,
type thing.
I appreciate Rod Wave, and I definitely appreciate Ari Lennox, but I feel like Ari Lennox has no business opening up for Rod Wave. Like
no,
that feels like two different audiences.
His crowd is completely different. Like in my mind, I feel
agree.
like his crowd is like Facebook people, if that makes sense. Like people on Facebook have like this thing. It just reminds me of Facebook.
Rod Wave?
Have you ever seen Rod Wave fans? No, don't listen. Don't come at me on Instagram. But y'all ever seen y'all?
Have you ever seen y'all?
Have y'all ever seen y'all?
I never seen Rod Wave fan. I like Rod Wave.
Yeah, I just don't think they have the same demo, and that's why they thought it was okay to throw stuff at her on stage.
And I would never understand why y'all go to people's shows just to throw things at them. But I mean, I guess it makes sense now because it technically isn't Ari's show. It's
They went to see Rod Wave, right?
Wave show. But if you don't, like if you do like somebody, right? If you're a Rod Wave fan, clearly Rod Wave has Ari opening up for him because he likes Ari, so at least respect Rod to not want to throw something at Ari Lennox. And I think you should be charged with assault if you throw things at people.
Absolutely.
I agree. You should get your ass
whether
whooped.
you hit them or not. I didn't say that. I said you should be charged with assault.
No, I think they should get their ass whooped. You throw a bottle at somebody as they're performing.
I agree with both.
No, because you're performing. They throw a bottle, hit you in the head with a bottle.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no,
That's disrespectful.
Yes, that's
crazy.
And that's self-defense because if her security defends her, they have the right to, especially if you hit her. But I think you should be charged with assault either way. Just for throwing something, whether you hit her or not, you should be charged with assault.
And now I see why Cardi B chopped that girl with a mic because sometimes y'all deserve it because y'all run out. All right, next story. Now this one kind of threw me for a loop, but hey, so Aretha Franklin, when she passed away, it was a lot of confusion about her will and who gets the money. Well, her son was granted the real estate from her will because he found the will in her couch. So everyone was just like,
That's
it's no
wild.
right. It was like, it's no way that this could be right. But a Michigan judge has awarded her son for a handwritten will that was found in her couch after her death in 2018. So the ruling came 4 months after they decided to make the statement, and I was just really shocked. So her son got all the coins.
Yeah, I hope that will is real though.
And we also have audio of the report.
Okay.
The real development was back, I guess, in July when the jury decided which of the wills was going to be enforced. And this is just Judge Callahan sort of figuring out what that means.
Aretha died from pancreatic cancer in 2018 and did not have a formal typed up will, triggering a legal fight amongst her children. This past summer, a jury decided a handwritten document from 2014 found under couch cushions would suffice. And on Monday, a judge decided that document revoked previous papers found in her home back in 2010.
Aretha didn't expect that there would be 5 years of litigation between her 4 boys over which of those wills hanging out there was the right one. And had she, in 2014, managed to get to counsel and have that drafted, it would have been clearer as to what was going on, and there wouldn't have been all these issues.
So wait, all of them had their own handwritten will?
No.
It was only
It was one. It was one that they found in the couch. They said they found it in the couch.
Yeah.
They were looking through the couch. It was a handwritten will. This, I think, superseded the will that she did with her attorney years before.
Yes.
How though? That don't make any sense. If you do it with the attorney, shouldn't the one with the attorney be the one that?
They said it had her handwriting with her initials and a smiley face. So clearly that superseded everything.
How can that supersede the will you do with your attorney though?
Your question is just as good as mine. But her son, Keila Franklin, he got the main home in Michigan, which is valued at $1.1 million, but it's worth much more now since she passed. Her other son, Ted White II, he got the property in Detroit, but the house was sold for $300,000, so he'll get the proceeds. And her third son, Edward Franklin, he was awarded another property, but it didn't say where that property is located.
That's sad when you pass and your kids are fighting for the money. Like that is sad. You would hope that, whatever your mom wanted, her best wishes that, you would possibly do. You wouldn't want to fight for anything.
You would hope all the kids were on the same page.
Yeah, the same
You would
page.
hope all the kids could share all of the assets.
Yeah.
You would hope all the kids could share all of the money. That's what you would want,
But
right?
money make you do crazy things.
Absolutely.
Money will make you do crazy things. All right.
That's some guy, I'm an only child.
All right, so videotaping of Young Thug's trial will no longer be permitted. So the trial kicked off on Monday, and the media was able to watch it in real time. But unfortunately, on day 3, February, which was yesterday, some videographers were a little careless and there were footage that showed some of the jurors. So according to legal affairs journalist Megan, the video started circulating quickly and social media users immediately started to identify some of the jurors, and that sounds really scary if you are a juror. So the judge ruled that the video will no longer be allowed in the courtroom, which may include the live stream. So recording audio is permitted, and jury members being identified is a breach of security, obviously. So it is being reported that the jurors who have been identified may be swapped out with alternate jurors.
Definitely going to want to be swapped out.
Absolutely.
Nobody's going to want to be part of that case.
But do you think that like maybe they did it on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes. Nobody's going to want to be a part of that case. Would you want to be a part of that case? They got your face all over the place and they saying your name?
Not at all.
Guilty or not guilty?
It depends.
Nope.
You know, it depends. Like if things go favorable for Young Thug, you're a hero.
Yeah, right.
If things
but
don't,
if not,
then you have to have a conversation. You know, you know what I was thinking about yesterday though. Young Thug, at least from what we've seen, he's been handling this very well. Because if you think about it, it's been almost 2 years. You haven't seen any rants from him on social media.
Nope.
You know,
he hasn't even commented about
He
Gunna.
hasn't commented about nothing.
At all.
When you see him in the courtroom, he's just calm, cool, collective. Look like he done
he
gained a
some
little
weight.
weight.
He
Like,
looks healthy. He looks healthy.
yeah, he's been handling this very well.
Well, he has to have a really strong mental. But I know Mariah, the scientist, she said they talk about getting married all the time. Now, I will say, if you ever messed with a guy who in jail, they will tell you that they will marry you when they get out, and that is not the case.
Does that happen to you?
Oh, no. But my brother, he did sometimes. So a lot of girls thought that they was going to marry him when they got out. So
Jesus
that was just a
Christ.
whole bunch of chaos.
All right. That is your rumor report. All right. When we come back, we got front page news. Teslin Figueroa will be joining us. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Kris, Kaylin here, our guest co-host. Let's get into some front page news. Morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Kris. Good morning, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Tez.
Now, if you're just joining us, I told you guys earlier that Aaron Rodgers is cleared for practice. Now, this is 11 weeks after his Achilles surgery.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Completely pointless. Don't make any sense. He too old for that. Right?
Too old for that.
He need to relax, rest his nerves, and if he want to come back and play next year, do that. But right now, no.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was tapped out yesterday. I jumped through one of the little kitty jumpies yesterday, and my arm was hurt. Like, I was hurt. I was in pain yesterday. I ain't gonna lie.
Aspirin?
Yeah, I did take aspirin. I was hurt. I was hurt yesterday, but he too old for that. Now, also, the Seahawks play some bums tonight. That happens
The
at
Seahawks
8.
play my Dallas Cowboys tonight. I'm trying to figure out what it's on. I don't know if it's on Amazon Prime or Fox. Like, what is it on?
I don't think
Amazon Prime.
It's on Prime. Yeah, I think it's on Prime.
Okay, well, I'll be watching tonight.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump right into it. Now, Americans need an extra $11,000, Tess?
Yeah, an extra $11,400 just to be able to afford the basics. Now, doing the math, that's about an extra $950 a month. May not seem like a lot to many, but that is what the average American needs just to pay bills. Now, inflation is now cooling, they say, but according to the bank rate survey, 60% of working Americans say that they are not feeling it. According to recent analysis of government data, the typical American household must spend an additional $11,434 annually just to maintain the same standard of living they enjoyed in January 2021, right before inflation soared to 40-year highs. Now, the average hourly pay for workers has increased 13.6%, so that's good news. But since January 2021, there's still pockets of inflation hitting consumers. When I read this report, I thought about you, Envy, because it talks about how the pockets are in places like McDonald's, where Big Macs now cost 10% more than in December 2020. Then you have positive things like gas that have went down in 5% from the past year, but there's still these pockets that you see in food, some pockets fast food, as I mentioned, but people say they need that extra money in order to really feel it. And so that's what you're hearing in politics, on Bidenomics, you'll hear a lot of folks say, hey, inflation's down, but people are still saying I'm not feeling it in the pockets.
Well, an extra from what? Additional to what number? What's the number that it's an extra to? Because what if I'm only making $5,000 a year? So now I got an extra.
I guess they did an average. What's
the average?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to know. Like, what's the average number?
But like you said, it's sad, right? If you go to McDonald's, anybody that goes to McDonald's, and one of the cheapest meals they have is the number 2, right? That's the 2 cheeseburger meal. That meal right now comes out to $8.
Yeah.
Or in some places $9. So could you imagine you working and you're trying to have lunch, and lunch is costing you $9? but you're not even making $9 an hour.
It's ridiculous.
So it is ridiculous.
And you know, we was just having this conversation because I told y'all I just came back from Abu Dhabi, and in Abu Dhabi they have like this labor force where it's like you know, they if you work there they provide you housing, and then you know in this labor city basically they have like cafeterias, so you get to eat your 3, you know, 4 meals a day, and they give you transportation, you know, to and from work. And the crime rate is little to nothing in Abu Dhabi. Why? Because people's basic needs are being met. People just need a roof over their head and some food on their plate. It's just that simple.
I don't know why America can't get that.
Me neither.
That's the truth. It's the truth.
Take care of the basics for people.
You know, I realized things were expensive. I went to the grocery store and peanut butter was $4.
Damn.
Right.
No, everything's expensive.
Yes.
Orange juice is expensive.
For American dollars. I cannot believe it.
Is expensive.
For American
it's
dollars.
expensive. Now let's talk about these 8 workplace trends.
Yeah, I wanted to give you, since we're kind of talking about economics and jobs, I wanted to give some folks what to look for in 2024 on some workplace trends that you're going to see. And let's go through them right quick. One is the return to work office battle that will continue on folks still wanting to be virtual. What will that look like for employers in 2024? Flexibility will continue to be key. People want part-time schedules. They want a little bit more flexibility in that. The 5-day work week may die. I know you guys are big fans of that as well. Are you still fans of that? Do y'all want to take off Friday or Monday?
Monday.
Yeah, I'll take a Monday.
You'll take a Monday?
Yeah,
okay,
Monday.
Well, they are still pushing that. The DEI conversation, and for those who don't know what that is, that's the diversity, equity, and inclusion. As we remember, the Supreme Court ruling on affirmative action has removed a lot of the DEI programs, and so they're figuring out how to do that in the workplace. Some folks saying that forcing diversity is a bad thing and it won't stick, so that conversation is still happening next year. Wage pressures will continue to subside. Now, we saw a lot of strikes this year, and they're saying that next year, fewer notable pay bumps, that employers are saying, you know, they won't be doing a lot of compensation increases on 2024. Workers will still prioritize stability. Peak holiday employment season will extend, and retirees will return to the workplace, are expected to return to the workplace in 2024.
I'm with all of that. I definitely want the 4-day work week.
Now, you know, the sad thing is, like you just said about the strikes. Now, you know, if you were thinking of striking your business because you wanted more, could you possibly strike? We just talked about people can't afford McDonald's. So if you strike, you're definitely not getting paid. So it's definitely scary out there.
And one thing that jumped out was diversity inclusion. When you work in corporate and you are the only black person there, you are responsible for diversity inclusion and putting everything together on top of your own job. So yeah, that was just a lot. It was triggering.
Yeah. They're also saying that jobs are expected to slow down in 2024. So we'll see. You know, a big political year next year. So somebody got to figure out something as well. Because if people are not, like we had the other story, if the inflation has went down but people are not feeling it and jobs are not, you know, balancing that out and wages are not balancing out, then again we're going to continue to have more problems. But as a reminder, 400,000 jobs are available now in the holiday season. So
yeah, inflation going down don't mean nothing if people still not making any money.
Right.
If you're still not making enough money, it don't matter if inflation going down, because I couldn't afford it when it was up, and I can't afford it when it's down because I ain't got no bread.
I don't know if y'all seen the prices of Christmas trees. The prices of Christmas trees are through the damn roof.
I'm happy I have a fig tree.
What?
Listen, they were like, for maybe a 5 fig tree is like $125. Because my mom gets real trees, and I was like, well, you might want to get a fake one, girl.
Or a chainsaw. Go get you a little saw and go in them woods and put in some work.
And bring Alvin and Chipmunk home with you by chance.
That's it. Maybe. Just shake the tree before you bring it in the house.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, Christmas trees are expensive.
Yes, they are. All right. Well, that is your front page news. Thank you, Tez.
You're welcome.
Oh, and make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, Disgrace Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
All right. When we come back, we have Cenk Uygur. Now, he's a Turkish-American Muslim presidential candidate. He's, I guess, the first Muslim candidate, right?
First Muslim American candidate, but you know, even bigger than that, man. Cenk is the CEO.
Cenk.
What did you say?
Cenk. Just think of J. His
Cenk.
name is spelled C-E-N-K, but it's pronounced Cenk.
Cenk is the CEO of the Young Turks Network. You know, I like the Young Turk Network a lot because in this day and age of, fake news and, misinformation. Like, they are a trusted news source, at least to me, and a lot of people that we admire have been on that show, like Nina Turner, Ida Rodriguez. They've all had shows on the Young Turks Network. So, I can't wait to talk to him, because I actually feel like him being the CEO of Young Turks Network is bigger than him being president, but we'll talk about it.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We have Cenk Uygur. Welcome.
Thank you, guys.
How you doing, brother? Do I say assalamu alaikum?
You can.
Okay.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, sir?
Good.
Absolutely.
Now, you decided to jump into this presidential race and run for president.
I did. In fact, that's the point Charlamagne's making, in a sense, because I'm the first Muslim-born presidential candidate in U.S. history.
That's right. So why did you want to jump into this race, this crazy race of people and everything that's going on?
Great question. It's because Joe Biden's definitely going to lose. And so we're all on board the Titanic, and everybody's looking around like, oh, there's an iceberg, and we're going to run into it.
That's true. No.
Yeah, and they're all like, we're all good with it. I'm not good with it. So the guy's at 37%. No incumbent under 50% wins. He's under 40%. He's 15 points lower than when he barely beat Trump last time in the Electoral College. 15 points lower. He's losing independents by 10 points. He's losing young people by 4 points. There's no Democratic candidate that has any chance of winning if they're losing young voters. Mm-hmm. He's down to a 4-point lead among Latinos. Used to be 42 points for Democrats. So does this brother look like he's going to make a 15-point comeback? I mean, he'd be like, he's making 15-minute naps.
Yeah.
So he has no chance of winning. And my job is to wake people up and say this guy is not. In fact, I even bought the URL BidenIsGoingToLose.com.
Wow.
Okay, and it redirects to my site because he has almost no chance of winning. So what I'm doing is I'm on the board of the Titanic, and people go, "Oh, you're not the captain. It shouldn't be you. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be you." I say, "Okay, that's fair, but it's got to be somebody." Okay, so I'm lunging into the captain's quarters and turning that wheel. Let's go. We got to turn it. It can't be Biden. I like democracy. I want to keep it.
Same. I want to go back to just who you are, because I know a lot of people are watching this and they're like, "Oh, they know you're from the Young Turks."
Yep.
Tell us what the Young Turk Network is for people who don't know.
Yeah. So we started this 21 years ago. We're actually the oldest show in internet history.
Wow.
Okay, there were shows on before us, but they all went under. Mm-hmm. So we're the last man standing. We're the first partner ever for YouTube. We're the third partner for Facebook. So we've been around forever. Mm-hmm. We're the OGs of YouTube. We're the first YouTube partner ever. So I'm the original YouTuber. Mm-hmm. And we now have 5 billion views a year. And it's a network that has dozens of hosts. And like, for example, our second largest show is Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he is excellent. He's out of Atlanta. He's as good as it gets. Mm-hmm. So we got Young Turks, we got Indisputable, we got Damage Report, Nina Turner,
yeah.
Ida Rodriguez, Ebony Williams used to be on Young Turks. Mm-hmm. Like half the folks you see on TV, Charles Coleman, folks that are on like streaming networks, etc. So we're on YouTube and Facebook, of course, are our pillars, but we're also on all of the Roku, Pluto, Samsung TV, you name it, as a 24-hour channel. So basically, we're progressives, and the reason why we become so popular, I started with nothing. We started in my living room with $0. My name is Cenk Uygur. I got no connections, none, right? It's not like everybody saying, "Oh, the Muslims run Hollywood." Okay. So we had nothing, and we rose up because people were like, "Yes, why don't more people say that?" Mm-hmm. When we were on the air in 2002, 2003, we're like, "What are you guys, nuts? We're going to go into Iraq?" Iraq didn't even attack us. Mm-hmm. And so everybody that listened was like, "Finally, I thought I was the crazy one." Mm-hmm. They didn't attack us, did they? Mm-hmm. No, they didn't. So we've been saying stuff like that ever since. So I was 100% against Bush and Cheney. They did the torture, they did the wars, etc. I was 1,000,000% on Obama's side. So when Obama came in and he started doing things that were conservative, I was like, "No, sorry, okay, but you shouldn't be drilling in the Gulf." 3 weeks later, it blows up, right? So you got to challenge people, and the point of media is to challenge the powerful, no matter who they are, right?
I've always appreciated what Young Turks does. I've always appreciated the commentary, and it makes me wonder: do you think you would be more effective as a president or as a host on Young Turks, who can speak truth to power? Because in the era right now, we have all of this fake news, and you can't really trust political pundits. Where do you think you'd be more effective?
Yeah. So, Charlamagne, you're totally right. Like, there's a reason why I'm in media, and I went in and tried a couple of different things, and I think media is more powerful. I think Fox News was way more powerful than the presidents. Right? They would drive the agenda, and they pretty much got Bush elected back in 2000.
And Trump, really?
Yeah, and Trump. Yeah. But in the case of Bush, they just literally cheated. They just declared him the president when he wasn't, right, on the night of the election. But that's a long story. But bottom line is, yeah, we're a top 10 network already on all of the platforms that we're on. But we're going to go to number one. So, look, my job as the guy who is the founder and the CEO of the company is to make sure we beat CNN. So I'm not playing around. TV's going down, we're going up. We get 400 million views a month. And we got over 27 million subscribers. So we keep skyrocketing every year, and those folks keep going down. So why bother doing the presidential thing? Because the only thing that could stop us is if Trump wins in 2024, and then Trump,
Censors the media.
Yeah, today he's targeting the media, and he was talking about how he's going to maybe even arrest the CEO of MSNBC. Right. Well, I'm the CEO of TYT, and we kick his ass 10,000 times more than MSNBC. Like, Biden and MSNBC barely lay a glove on him compared to us. Right? I did in 2016. I did 100 days in a row of a segment we call Loser Donald, explaining to people what a loser he is. He's bankrupted 6 companies. Now, with True Social, it's going to be 7 companies. These guys keep calling him a racist, sexist, all this stuff, but we all know that. We all know that. That's not working anymore. Number one, you got to have a positive message of your own. The Democrats don't deliver on that nearly enough. And number two, you got to hit him where his theoretical strength is. He's like, oh, I'm a big, great businessman. And then you're like, brother, you've never had a successful company. Never. All your companies are bankrupt. You hide your grades like a little spoiled. He's still hiding his high school grades. What kind of a loser does that? But Biden, he's I'm a gentleman. My Republican friends, he starts, brother, we don't have time for your Republican friends. So my point is, the reason I got in, Charlamagne, is because we got to turn the wheel. We cannot lose democracy right before we're all about to win. In 2028, we're in awesome shape. The leftists, progressives are, the young are totally on our side, and now the young are all the way up to 50, but we can't win if Biden lost the young.
Yeah, Biden sucks. You know what's so interesting? The thing that gets me about Trump even now is, like, why do you think American people support a person who clearly doesn't believe in the Constitution? Like, these are the same people who get mad when you take a knee, during the national anthem, but you're okay with a president who clearly does not support the Constitution? Why?
Yeah, they have 1,000 excuses, right? And everybody's in their own little cult, right? In their own little bubble. So in the Trump cult, they're like, no, when you bankrupt businesses, that means you're a good businessman. No, it doesn't. It means you bankrupted him, right? When he says, hey, I want to suspend the Constitution, they're like, that means he's really pro-Constitution. No, it doesn't. It means he's against the Constitution. He thinks that the Constitution is a pain in the ass because he'd like to be dictator. Every time he goes and talks to the North Korean leader, the Chinese leader, comes back and goes, man, they stand up and applaud for him, and it's so great, and everybody has to do exactly what he says. Yeah, that's because he's a dictator, idiot, right? And the thing is, he wants that. That's why he wanted to suspend the Constitution. You guys know that they had a 3-hour meeting before January 20th about rolling out the tanks. And everybody in the Trump administration, to their credit, by the way, threatened to quit if Trump rolled out the tanks against the American people. Yeah. That's who he is. He hates America. He doesn't even believe in America. He thinks America would be much better if it was a dictatorship run by me, right? So, no, and imagine how bad Joe Biden is, that he's like 77% of the country is worried that he's not going to be mentally healthy enough in his second term. When 3/4 of the country says we don't know if you're even going to make it through a second term, and democracy's on the line, and he's like, I don't care. I don't care that I'm 81. I don't care that I'm 15 pounds down from where I was. I don't care that 3/4 of the country doesn't want me to run. I don't care. I want 2 terms.
All right, we got more with Cenk Uygur when we come back. Of course, he's running for president, the first Muslim candidate, and we're going to chop it up with him some more when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Cenk Uygur. He's the first Muslim candidate for president. All right, Charlamagne?
What about this uptick in, allegedly, you see these polls saying that 22% of black people are going to support Donald Trump. They're probably over-indexing a lot. But what do you?
No, I think it's real.
About?
But I'm seeing it a lot more. Even when people
I see it a lot more.
Yeah, me too.
22% would be a lot. But I do know it's an uptick. But 22%, that seems like it would be a lot.
You're right, except for the fact that, like I said, with Latinos, the Democrats had a 42-point lead in 2012.
Yeah.
Here we are just 11 years later, down to 4 points. And I think that what is happening with blacks, Latinos, young people, etc., is people going, I've just had enough of it. Like, the Democrats are always talking a great game, and then they just never do it. So that it's impossible not to get super frustrated. And the thing that Trump has that's appealing to some voters that honestly are just not that into politics, right? But they're like, okay, Biden's too old. I can see that, right? And so I don't want to vote for that guy. But secondarily, Trump's one thing that the Democrats in D.C. don't get is he gave a middle finger to the establishment. And people love that. Right? Now, it's fake because it's like he's not doing it for the people. He's doing it for himself, right? And so he's funneling money to his properties, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know if you guys remember that Johnny Cash album cover from way back in the day where he's in Folsom Prison and gives a middle finger on the album cover, okay? And that's what and people love that. Because they're like, screw the establishment, screw the powerful. And it looks on the surface, if you don't look deep into it, that Trump is saying, screw the establishment, screw the powerful. And there's a lot of regular Americans, white folks, black folks, Latino folks who are like, yes, screw the powerful. And what's the Democrats' answer? They're like, oh, we'll pick the most pro-establishment people in Earth, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and say, oh, no, the powerful are great. The establishment is great. Why don't you vote for us again? And again, we'll do close to nothing. So that's why.
Yeah, I'm all for anybody who says screw the establishment, but you can't say screw the Constitution. Like, you know, like he literally said he never swore to support the Constitution.
He said he didn't take the oath to support.
Well, he took the oath, but
which he literally did.
The oath was protect, preserve, and defend. But he said, splitting hairs, I didn't say support.
Right.
Like, how could you support any candidate who doesn't support the Constitution? I don't understand it.
So to that point, Charlamagne, when we say screw the system, what do we mean? Right? Just like what do we mean by conservative, right? So when you say screw the system and you mean the corruption of people getting campaign contributions and doing exactly what their donors tell them to do, then yes, screw the system. But if you mean the Constitution and democracy, no, we like that part.
Yes.
We like that part. That's the part we're trying to preserve.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how anybody could support someone who clearly does not support the Constitution. That's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, 100%. And so I'm in the same exact situation as you. Yeah.
And you talk about President Biden. I feel, when you say President Biden should step aside, then what's the plan B? Like you named some names, but like it's like John. When you start saying when you got to reach for celebrities, it's like, damn, is the bench really that thin? Jon Stewart. I keep hearing people saying Gretchen Whitmer. This country will never elect a liberal woman, ever.
Yeah,
I think Nikki Haley would stand a good chance because I think Nikki Haley, she's already going to have the GOP. The GOP is already going to fall in line. And I think to the point you just made, people are looking for such an alternative that I think she would probably have more of a rainbow coalition than people would expect.
So Nikki Haley, unfortunately, would landslide Biden. She'd win super easy, like maybe probably by 10 points. It wouldn't even be a contest. I mean, guys, look, Biden's going to lose to almost anyone, right? He's already losing so badly to Trump. You put in someone non-insane, and he's going to get routed.
And she seems non-insane.
Yeah, she's non-insane. Now, having said that, she's a corporatist. I mean, like, she will do anything a donor asks her to do, right? That's her whole shtick is, what do the donors say? Yes, sir. No, sir. Absolutely, sir, right? Now, but if you're talking about the Democratic side, so, sure, obviously, we're in the race, jankforamerica.com, and I would actually deliver, etc. But I get it, guys. Like, I'm at 2% right now in a Quinnipiac poll. Sure, I'm beating a couple of governors, but we got a long way to go. But if people say Biden's the best we got and we all think he's almost definitely going to lose, well, that means you're giving up on the Democratic Party.
Absolutely.
And you're saying there's just nobody who could run. Look, my ultimate dream was, back in the day, I try to help Nina Turner win in Cleveland, because she's such a fighter, so great, right on all the issues. If she had won that race, she'd be perfectly positioned right now, right?
Absolutely.
And
love
so,
Nina.
And so, guys, basically, I got tired of asking, right? And so we tried to get Nina in a position to win. We busted our asses for Bernie in 2016, 2020. Okay, So now I asked everybody to come in. And you're right. It's a little bit break glass in case of emergency to talk about me, to talk about Jon Stewart, to talk about people in media and entertainers. But guys, who's Trump, right? Trump started at 1% in 2015, and all he was a celebrity. And because he's a celebrity, they allowed him all over TV. So you guys are awesome. This is one of my top shows that I wanted to be on, and thank you for letting me come on here, JakeForAmerica.com. But it's harder for a guy like me to get a CNN town hall and to get enough appearances on those places to be able to break through. Because if people hear my message, they're like, yeah, wait a minute, paid family leave, that's moms taking 12 weeks off after they have a baby. It's at 84%. Why don't the Democrats even try?
But also your competition to CNN. So they're like, let's keep him on YouTube.
Yeah, look, it could be. Yeah. And so that's part of it. But for a guy like Jon Stewart, he'd be all over TV instantly, right? Like if you ran Charlamagne, you'd be all over TV instantly, right? And so that gives you a huge advantage. And right now, politics is media. Like the number two thing you need in politics at the presidential level is money. The number one thing you need is media. And so anyone who could break through to the media instantly has a shot. If Trump started at 1% and I started 2%, you're telling me Jon Stewart doesn't have a shot? You don't have a shot? No, it's a whole new day in America.
I'm telling you right now, I'm voting for Jon Stewart in a heartbeat.
Right?
I promise you. Jon Stewart, if Jon Stewart was announcing he'd run for president, I am out there stomping for Jon Stewart. I believe in Jon Stewart just that much.
What about you, Charlamagne?
No. Jon Stewart, absolutely.
All right, when we come back, we got more with Cenk Uygur. When we come back, he's running for president, the first Muslim candidate. All right, we're going to talk to him some more. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Cenk Uygur. He's the first Muslim candidate for president. All right. Now I got a question. What do you think Americans' biggest needs are? What do you think that Americans should be focused on? I mean, people talk about the money that they're sending overseas for fights and wars, and we can't even help our own. So what do you think it is?
Yeah, so first of all, I wouldn't send another dime to Israel. Okay, so you're killing 15,000 civilians. You're killing 10 times as many civilians as Hamas. You're killing over 5,000 children in there. No, why do those bombs say made in the USA? I don't want it. I don't want to send any more money. You end the occupation, we go back to giving you money. God bless, we're happy to do it. Okay, so enough with whenever we ask for something, paid family leave, mom's getting 12 weeks off, everybody wants it. Like, oh, no money. Okay, student debt relief, everybody wants it. Oh, no money. A higher minimum wage. You get a $15 minimum wage, that pushes everybody's wages up. And they're like, oh, that'll drive inflation. No, brother, we already have inflation. That'll mean your salaries can keep up with inflation. Why is your salary the only thing that can't go up, right? So higher minimum wage, lower drug prices. These are things that help us so much, that affect your day-to-day lives. If I win and I don't get those things passed, then I was useless, right? Because who cares who wins? The only question is, do you pass bills or don't you pass bills? If you don't pass the bill for voting rights, then you don't have the voting rights that you need. So like all this BS, but every time we say we need something, they say, no, we don't have the money, right? Then the minute there's a war, they're like, we got plenty of money. We got plenty of, hey, Ukraine, you want money? Israel, you want money? Defense Department, you want money? You know, every year the Pentagon fails an audit and they say, okay, we gave you $800 billion. How much of it can you track? They're like, we tracked about $400 billion. So you lost $400 billion in the couch. And now you're going to tell me that we don't have enough money for higher wages and lower drug prices and public option, and you name all these things that the American people want that all poll above 70%. 7 out of 10 Americans want it. And all we hear from Democrats and Republicans is, we don't have the money. And the minute there's a war, they're like, oh, we got plenty of money. Plenty of money. Let's go, let's give them.
It's unbelievable.
So if I was the president, and now this would shake them to their core, and they say, oh, this is disqualifying. This guy is not, he doesn't want to give all of our money to defense contractors, okay? I would cut the Pentagon's budget in half and go, you pass an audit, you get the other half. If you can't tell me where the $400 billion is, I'm not going to give you $400 billion. You find out where the hell it is, then we have a conversation. JankForAmerica.com.
What do you say to people who say it's too late for somebody to jump in now and challenge Joe Biden?
Yeah, nonsense. So first off, me, Marianne, Dean Phillips, we're on all the ballots. Not all of them, but enough of them to win easily. Okay? So not too late at all for any of us.
So what if Jon Stewart jumped in January?
Look, here's the thing. if Jon Stewart jumps in January and Biden hasn't jumped out, it might be too late because they might not change the rules. That's why my job is to knock Biden out. Because when I knock Biden out, they're going to change all the rules. It's not going to be like they're going to, let's Marianne Williamson is in second place. Let's let her win, right? No, they're going to be like, no. The filing deadlines are moved because of extraordinary circumstances. Governor Newsom, who's been warming up in the bullpen this whole time, they're going to be like this,
I don't want him.
No, I don't want him either. I don't want him either. But I'll take a win because my point is to get to 2028.
Gotcha.
We get to 2028, we win everything, right?
Gotcha.
Then Nina's back, everybody's back, okay?
Gotcha.
Right? But we just got to survive. Democracy just has to survive, right? So, but Newsom, look, he'll be in the primary. So will Whitmer, Pritzker. Pritzker's got $1 billion, right? Shapiro is governor of Pennsylvania. He beat a Trump acolyte by 15 points, right? He would carry Pennsylvania instantly. So let those all guys come in and let's all fight, right? And let's let the best man win or let the best woman win. And so I'm good. And they will definitely change the deadlines. It's not like they're going to be like, oh, no, Governor Newsom, sorry, you can't. Michigan's gone. South Carolina's gone. We're just going to give it to Marianne or Cenk or Dean. Yeah, it's not going to happen. You all know they're going to change, right? So the minute Biden says, I'm not running anymore, is the minute we have a real primary and we get a strong Democrat to go kick Trump's ass. Stop talking about how much you like Republicans. Start fighting them, and start fighting for your voters. I'm so tired of Democrats who never deliver for their voters and never fight for their voters.
I agree. So the reality is Biden needs to drop out.
Yes.
That's just the
reality.
Story.
Yeah, because when I was trying to get people in earlier, I tried to get progressives, governors, etc. Then we had enough time for them to meet the filing deadlines. Now, since we don't anymore, we got to knock Biden out. And so how do we knock Biden out? We wound his ego, okay? Because it's all about ego. He's a narcissist. You guys know that in Washington, 2 terms is considered a legendary president and 1 term is considered a loser. So that's what's in Biden's head. I don't want to be a 1-term president. I don't care how old I am. I don't care how low a chance I have of winning. I have to be a 2-term president. Why? Ego. So if ego is your main goal, then we're going to hurt your ego, okay? I bought selfishjoebiden.com. Like, I'm going to hurt... guys, I bought woundedantelope.com. Okay, because this brother's a wounded antelope. That's what he is. And he's trying to I got this. No, you don't.
Yeah, I did only have one more question, but now I'm thinking about, so Vice President Harris has no shot. It's a complete wash for her, huh?
No, look, she can, what are they going to do? Keep her out of the primary? No, of course not. She'd be in the primary, right? And so the primary is to pick the strongest candidate, right? So, if I was a governor somewhere right now, I'd probably be up 40 points, right? Because everybody's like, well, that brother's strong, right? He seems like he means it because I do mean it, right? But, okay, fine. So Kamala Harris comes in. I'm not a governor, right? And so Kamala Harris comes in. If she beats Newsom and Whitmer, et cetera, then great. That means she's the strongest candidate. Let's go with Kamala Harris. If I'm Kamala Harris, I'd be like, come for me. Okay, come for me. Let's do this. Let's because then she's got a chance to be president. She has the best chance to be president. She's the vice president of the United States. I mean, I would welcome it if I was her, right? But she's worried because she doesn't like to run. And so if you don't like to run, well, then we can't have you run against Trump. But prove me wrong. I'd be super happy if she proved me wrong.
Yeah. Final question. Obama got a lot of heat from just his middle name being Hussein. Do you think America is ready for a fully Muslim American to be nominated and win?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so everybody knew his middle name was Hussein, right? And because the Republicans would go, Barack Hussein Obama and stuff. Did you know that after inauguration in his first term, he was at 83% approval? So that is the overwhelming majority of Americans, including the overwhelming majority of white Republicans. Okay, I'm sorry, white folks, Republicans, etc., saying, yeah, that Barack Hussein Obama is my guy. Okay, I approve. So people misunderstand. Yeah, is there racism? Of course. Is there sexism? Of course, right? Did it hurt Hillary Clinton? It did, right? But people can get past anything as long as they think you're going to deliver for them. As long as this guy is going to represent me and get me change. And so what I go on Republican shows, and you see how much smack I talk about Trump, but they walk out going, I respect the guy. Because it's obvious that he doesn't want the corruption. He hates this corrupt system. And it's obvious that he's going to try to deliver for us. Like when you go to get higher wages, you don't, if you're a Democrat, you don't go, but not to Republicans. No, you give it to everybody, right? And when you try to lower drug prices, and you got a white Republican family in Missouri or anywhere going, well, I don't like that he's Muslim. I don't know much about Muslims, but I hear they're this and that, right? But he's going to lower my drug prices, and I believe him? Yeah, okay. I'm going to go for it.
Really?
Well, how can people support you?
All right, so the website's jankforamerica.com. Cenk is tough spelling. It's C-E-N-K, right? It's a Turkish name. The C's pronounced like a J. Okay, jankforamerica.com. But don't worry, because Biden's going to lose.com is easy to remember. It goes to the same place. Okay, and
woundedantelope.com.
Woundedantelope.com.
What was it,
selfishjoebiden.com. Okay, that'll all get you the right place.
Jesus. Jake, ladies and gentlemen,
I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you so
brother.
much, and definitely pick up his book, Justice is Coming. And thank you for joining us this morning.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Breakfast Club, good morning. OVO Eli, one of our producers up here, is going crazy right now. He's a Drake fan, huge Drake fan.
He's more than a Drake fan. He's a Drake stan.
Yes.
Okay? It's actually kind of disgusting when you think about it.
I was actually gonna buy him something this weekend. They released the Drake Air Force Ones.
He got them already, I'm sure.
That's the thing. I was gonna get them for you. He's like, I got 3 pair. I was like,
exactly.
You didn't need them for me, bro.
Jesus Christ, OVO.
Super fan.
Let go of Drake's penis sometime, man. All right?
Jesus.
If Drake, Eli, serious question. If Drake peed, would you hold his penis and shake it for him?
You know what?
He said maybe. He said maybe.
Y'all, wow.
Close your mouth, man.
That's insane, man. Come on, Eli.
Kris Kaylin is here. She's our guest co-host. Let's get to the rumors.
This is the Rumor Report.
I am here.
All the way from the 843.
Straight from Charleston.
You already know.
You got Kris Kaylin.
Y'all boy already know.
On The Breakfast Club.
Of course, you have the internet, but we have to debunk some rumors.
Talk about it.
All right. So Keke Palmer speaks on relationship issues in her latest podcast. So Keke Palmer has been dealing with her own relationship issues in front of the world, as we all know. And in the latest episode of her podcast, Baby, This is Keke Palmer, she got into a different relationship issues in general. So she was accompanied by her mom Sharon and Dr. Drew. And first she spoke about being naive about misogyny because she never saw that because of the way her dad respected her mom. And we have the audio for that.
I've been really naive because my dad is great and my uncles are great. So misogyny came at me hard and quick with the quickness. I grew up in a house where my mom would say this is what needs to be, and Larry would be like, okay, Sharon, go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? So for me, when I entered outside of my household, and I saw that everybody doesn't really respect their wives or even women in the way that my dad respects my mom, it's a pretty rude awakening.
And she also asked Dr. Drew how to identify if you're the person creating issues in the relationship.
The question is, am I the bad one? Oh. And what I mean by that is, we're all in different dynamics with friends, family, lovers, and you find yourself saying, well, damn, if I'm playing the game on myself and I'm actually the person that's doing wrong, and is there so how does someone know if they're, and look, it takes two to tango, right? But how does someone know when they did the wrong thing and they're really the issue? How do you know when you're the issue?
Keke, the person who is reevaluating themselves, trying to do what's right, contemplating they could be doing what's wrong, that is rarely the person who's doing wrong.
And they also had a great conversation about compatibility issues between the generations.
No one ever mentions the reality that actually you can come from a great home with great parents, and it actually ends up making you have an unrealistic expectation on love.
Yeah, sure.
Because you think everything's going to be just chill and everybody's going to be nice like your mom and dad.
Right. Well, I came from a background. Let's just, first of all, let's talk about timing. I do think, like, my generation was totally different. We dated the guys in our neighborhood. You know, we dated the guys we went to school with. Yeah. Went to church with or whatever. Whereas your generation, you guys are dating people across the world. You know what I mean? So I do think that there is a compatibility issue, you know?
I wonder how many conversations Keke has actually had with her parents just about their journey.
Right.
Because I think nobody ever talks about the process. So she might have seen her dad, you know, at his most evolved level.
Point in his life,
but we don't, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying we don't know if he was always
that person.
That way.
And people definitely evolve.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they evolve, but the way you, I guess, treat your wife always comes from someplace, right? So I always see my dad spoil my mom and buy her flowers and take care of everything in the house. I seen my Uncle George do the same thing with my Aunt V. I seen Gia's father do the same thing with Gia's mom. I do it with my daughters and my wife. I spoil them. I make them feel good. I tell them how beautiful they are. So those are the things that they see.
Even through all that, we all still make mistakes.
We all still make mistakes, but those are the things that you should say. So when she says it was a false looking for something, she was looking for something that she's seen her parents do. That's not a false. That's what you want.
Like, what if you subconsciously that's what you want?
Absolutely. But what if you're doing all of that, but then you still got a whole other family on the side? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own thing.
That's it. Everybody got their own thing. I think that's why conversations are very, very important, because what you will quickly realize about your parents, any older person, is there's nothing that you're doing now that they didn't do at some point in time as well.
And there's no perfection.
There's no perfection.
There has to be an evolution.
Process. That's
and
right.
You have to learn. But I will say, and she also says something that in this day and age, people can date people from other places, California, because of social media. I will say that too, because when you date somebody, you kind of know their bloodline, right? You know their mama, you know their neighbors, you know this. But when you're dating somebody on the other side of the world,
you don't know nothing about
you
that
really
person.
know nothing about them. They could be
lying.
lying.
Just get to them and set their house on fire.
What?
Anyway.
What?
So Victoria Monet speaks on her success. So we know she wanted to perform at the VMAs and she was turned down, and now she's like racking up all these Grammy nominations. So an interviewer asked her about her feelings about that.
People were very shocked that you were not part of the VMAs this year. Your team were told it was too early in your journey.
Yeah.
Do you feel some vindication now when you look at what your year is ending like?
It really does feel nice and validating, because in my head, the reason why I wanted to be a performer at the VMAs or award ceremonies like that is because I feel like I am at the place where I would work really hard to put on the best show that I could. And I guess the best way to describe it for me is like, when you're like on a sports team and the coach is like, now you got to sit this one out. When they finally put you in and then you score all these points, and it feels like that feeling. You're like, yes, I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I worked hard for this. And so it's been super validating to just have these accolades come after a moment like that. And I know the fans feel vindicated for me. I feel no ill towards them, because it's just maybe that's just truly how they felt at the time.
And Victoria Monet, she has 7 Grammy nominations and 2 Soul Train Awards. Definitely deserve it. So happy for her. And moving on.
I know the VMAs got to feel out of touch.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. How y'all missed that? Y'all missed Victoria Monet told her she wasn't ready, but then she got nominated for 7 Grammys and 2 Soul Train Awards.
And literally has a top song.
Come on, man.
Record like top 5 is about to be a number 1 record.
Christ, fire all your execs.
And Jonathan Major's domestic violence trial began yesterday. So the trial is underway, and we have a report to keep us updated on how it's going.
He appeared very relaxed and confident. He had what we believe is his now girlfriend by his side, actress Megan Good. He had his Bible in his hand, a coffee mug. His attorney had a lot of questions in reference to how the proceedings would go, as well as the prosecution, and that's sort of what's being worked out right now, a lot of technicalities. So the first issue that they addressed is wanting to close the proceedings off to the public, and the judge ultimately decided that certain parts will be closed to the public to protect some of the rights of the defense, to make sure that Majors gets a fair trial. But right now they're deciding on whether or not there will be a motion to keep certain information sealed.
And I just want to say, I don't know if y'all saw the video, but he actually went to Saks and got a nice suit. He did not look like he was dressed like a slave handler. So I am very happy that he had a nice suit on. He looked very decent, like he stepped off of GQ. So for once, shout out to his stylist. They did what they needed to do.
You didn't like him in GQ? He was dapping in GQ, wasn't he?
I know what you're saying.
Yes.
A lot of times he's dressed like all his pictures should be in black and white.
Literally, that's it. I don't know how to describe it, but that is his aesthetic.
I get what you're saying.
So yesterday he had on a nice gray tailored suit, nice shoes, not the combat boots. I was happy.
I get what you're saying.
Damn it, man. All right. And that is your rumor report. Charlamagne, donkey today?
Man, 4 after the hour, man. We may be on to something here, but this man's name is Kenneth Kelly. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. He was caught pleasuring himself in a convenience store, but we'll discuss. There's more to it.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
I was donkey of the day. Made it.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard.
Damn, Charlamagne, who got the donkey of the day today?
Well, just hilarious. Donkey of the day for Thursday, November 30th goes to a 54-year-old Iowa City man named Kenneth Kelly. Kenneth was arrested for pleasuring himself in front of customers at a convenience store. Yes, Kenneth was arrested for playing 5-on-1, okay, doing a manual override in front of customers at a local convenience store. Now, some people are doing what they do best, and that's victim blaming, but not blaming the customers who had to witness Kenneth Kelly celebrate Palm Sunday. They are blaming the convenience store. Yes, some people are saying the convenience store was asking for it. Some people are saying that the convenience store played a role in what happened and should be partly responsible for Kenneth Kelly boxing the one-eyed champ in front of customers. Why do they think the store is partly to blame? Well, it's because of the name of the store. What do you mean, Uncle Charlotte? Because of the name of the store. Let's go to TBC News for the report, please.
An Iowa City man was arrested on a warrant stemming from an incident where he allegedly followed customers in a convenience store and masturbated in front of them. Customers called 911 to report that an unknown male had said sexual things to them and began masturbating in their presence. The victims were able to provide a description of the man, identified as 54-year-old Kenneth Kelly of Wayne Avenue. When officers confronted Kelly at his apartment, he denied it was him. The victims of the incident, though, positively identified him during a photo lineup. I'm sorry, but it's hard to keep a straight face when talking about this one. Police obtained a search warrant and seized clothing that matched surveillance video and traffic cameras from the incident. After being read his Miranda rights, Kelly allegedly claimed he wasn't exposing himself and was instead scratching his genitals. Kelly was arrested and charged with indecent exposure, a misdemeanor punishable by a jail term of up to a year if convicted. For TBC News, I'm Barry White.
Well, that news report left out the best part. And the best part is the name of the store. The store is called the Come and Go Convenience Store.
What?
The Come and Go Convenience Store. The Come and Go Convenience Store. And come is spelled K-U-M.
Are you serious?
I gotta Google this.
I am absolutely 100% serious. I don't know how the news report left that out. That's the best part. Google it. Tell me if I'm lying. Google it.
Envy, I'm waiting on you because Charlamagne been playing sometimes.
It's not called The Come and Go. It's called Come and Go.
With a K?
What the hell is he talking? What do you mean it's not called The Come and Go? It's called Come and Go.
It's called Come and Go. You said The Come. No, it's called Come and Go.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And maybe that's what the gentleman was doing.
Okay, well.
Now, if I say come as you are, if I say come here, and I spell it K-U-M instead of C-O-M-E, and somebody decided to shake hands with the milkman and hit me with some clam sauce, am I at fault? Words matter, okay? But spelling of words matter more. So Kenneth Kelly is wrong. But he might have a slight point. He might have a slight case simply because why did you spell come like that? All right? Listen, everybody on this planet isn't the brightest. Some folks on this planet are dumb and looking for direction. Some people are always looking for signs. So if you cruising and the old custard slinger starts to stand at attention and you see a sign that says come and go and come is spelled K-U-M, you're probably going to pop in and see what's going on. My question is, what in that convenience store turned him on? Was it the customers? Was it a bunch of good-looking men and women walking around? Or was it something on the shelf in the store? I consulted with the president of the Fat Lives Matter Committee, and he said it was probably the holiday tasty cakes. According to him, the holiday tasty cakes are fresh because they have to be made annually, specifically for this season, so that could be it. And now that I think about it, I think the president of the Fat Lives Matter Committee thinks I said what would make him hungry. No, I said horny. Horny, sir. Jesus. Here's the thing. All men visit the safety deposit box from time to time. We all butter our muffins, but there's absolutely zero reason to hold your sausage hostage in a public place, regardless of what the convenience store is called. Now, what else bothers me about this story is, what if this store was really a place where people could come and go? How many caution wet floor signs would the store need? Huh?
We slipping on semen.
If come and go was actually what Kenneth Kelly thought it was, I would never buy a sticky bun from there. Okay, and if come and go was actually what Kenneth Kelly thought it was, imagine violating the no shoes, no service policy.
We slipping on semen.
Walk in with no shoes if you want to.
Ew.
The moral of this story is come and go convenience store and every customer in there is a victim. Let's not victim blame just because the name of the store is hilarious. Please give Kenneth Kelly the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
maybe there is a way to combine all these things for real, though. Like maybe there's a need in the marketplace for a convenience store or a fast food establishment where you can also pleasure yourself.
I don't think so. I'm just going to give it a strong no.
If it was, come and go is the perfect name for it.
It is. The closest one to us is in Colorado.
Really?
1,600 miles away.
Okay.
But,
Krispy Kreme would be good too.
God.
Andy's frozen custard.
You know what I was thinking? So this isn't America, but you know, like sometimes how they say like words in America, like they're spelled weird, and like
yes.
So maybe that's why he spelled it KUM, because technically, you know, that's pronounced correctly.
Maybe.
But I don't know. But you're from Colorado, so you should know.
Yeah.
You don't want to play a game?
No. There's other
I do.
There's other names.
I want to play a game.
But there's other names that are good though, like BJ's.
Right?
Yeah.
BJ's.
In and Out.
In and Out.
In and Out could definitely work. Or you can make up your own names like Chick-fil-A the Pipe.
Oh.
You don't think so?
Chick-fil-A
the Pipe.
What about Pizza Butt? You wouldn't go to Pizza Butt?
Would not go to Pizza Butt.
What about Shake the Steak? You wouldn't go to
Shake the Steak.
What about Jacking in the Box? You wouldn't go to that one?
No.
What about for men and women looking for orgies? Five Guys? That wouldn't be a thing either.
Five
do
Guys,
that?
yeah.
Is it still going to be expensive? It's Five Guys
Probably
expensive.
be a little bit more expensive. Absolutely. Probably be a little bit more expensive.
I just thought I don't know why I thought Wendy's. We got the beef. What was is that?
No,
oh, that's
Arby's. We got the meat.
Who got the meat?
Who got
Arby's?
Who got the meat?
Arby's got the meat.
Dwight Howard would get an endorsement deal so fast. Who does the meat? Which one is that?
Arby's.
Arby's. Where's the meat? No, it's where's the beef?
No, we got the meat.
We got the meat.
How does Dwight Howard not have an endorsement deal with Arby's?
You got to get it up.
Arby's, what y'all doing? That's a layup.
That'd be dope. Him holding the sandwich and we got the
That's
meat.
a layup. That is a layup. Come on, man.
Arby's
Come on,
marketing,
Arby's.
we're helping
That's
you.
right. Come on,
Christ.
man.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
Mm-hmm. No,
what if he was really confused?
No, that was Donkey of the Day.
Oh, Donkey of the Day. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I was going to say, what if he was really confused and high and just seen the sign and was like, oh, this is where,
Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel about that about the bodega cat that was just taking his little cat genitals all over the apples
You ain't
and the
gonna let that
oranges.
bodega cat go,
I'm not
is
going to let him die. Wait till I put him on my TikTok.
Oh, you videotaped him?
I sure did.
Jesus.
I'll show it to you.
All right. Now, when we come back, we were talking about Young Thug in the rumors earlier, right? And you were talking about he's in jail and he speaks to Mariah the scientist all the time. Right?
Yeah, and she said they're going to get married as soon as they get out, when he gets out of jail.
And then you also said
men who are in jail make a lot of promises, and I say that because my brother did some time, and a lot of women thought that they were going to marry him
until he got out.
Until he got out, and things did a complete 180.
Okay, well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Ladies, have you ever dealt with a man in jail that sold you dreams? That said you were going to get married and y'all were going to have a kids and family when he got out, and then when he got out, well, he really got out and he was outside. And fellas, have you ever did that to somebody? You were in jail and you were like, this is my boo, this is my bae, and then when you got out, you was like, nah, B. Let's discuss 800-585-1051. It's Jail Bay in Love on The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we were talking about men in jail. Now, this comes from our special guest co-host, Kris Kaylin.
Yes.
Yes, earlier this morning, we were talking about Young Thug.
Yes, Mariah the scientist. So she says they talk on the phone all the time, and when he gets out of jail, they're supposed to be getting married. So, I've been around men who've gotten out of jail, and they sell a lot of dreams. It's giving very much love after lockup. So, will they get married? Will they not get married? My brother was supposed to get married when he got out of jail, and that did not happen.
He didn't get married?
He was outside.
He was outside.
How many girls did he promise he was going to marry?
Like 3, I think.
Damn. But is he with any of them now?
Not at all.
Not one?
Not a one.
See, but also, when you're in jail, I'm sure you have time.
You have more.
So you're writing
time.
multiple women, and I'm sure they were sending him money.
Well, actually,
snacks.
no, but men in jail will send you money. So men in jail, they have money back there. It's a whole nother world. Like, jail is a whole
Your
nother
friend
world.
is shaking her head like, yes, they send you money.
No, seriously, they will cash you out like thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars.
If they got it.
If they got it, yeah. Now, everybody don't have it like that. But you got some of them got it. So these are the ones we talking about.
You know what's so crazy? Y'all gave Jada Pinkett Smith all that hell over Pac saying he wanted to marry her in prison, knowing damn well men in prison say any damn thing. Y'all call Jada a liar. Y'all say ain't no way Pac proposed to her in jail, this and that. Y'all know men in prison say any damn thing.
They do.
So why wouldn't Pac say that?
They will tell you, I will buy you a horse, I will move you into a big house,
Yes.
whatever it is.
And there might be some other people who write books that got the same story about Pac.
Jesus.
Pac asked me to marry him too. He was in prison, y'all.
Well, we got Jay on the line. Jay said he's done this numerous times. Jay, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Now, you said your best friend got played?
Oh, to the left. It was horrible.
What happened?
It was really bad. So she was with this dude, and it wasn't even like a serious situation. It was more like a, let's see where we going. One day he ghosted her, and we over here like, nah, fam, this is wild. Found out he was in jail. She went above and beyond, putting money on the man's books, like holding him down. Man came out and just ghosted her again. Found out he had a whole family on the side.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
Salute
wild.
to that king, man.
No!
Well, I don't you consider him money.
TJ.
King.
Hey now, say now. Good morning.
Hey, talk to us, TJ.
Well, first off, I wanted to say good morning and thanks for having me. I had did 6 years in prison, and I was the one that sold the drinks for a few guys. When I had one in prison, I had a dude, but he had ended up passing away. And shortly after that, like maybe a year after that, like girls were trying to put me on with like their cousins and brothers and things. And I eventually started, and few guys put money on my books. I told them I'd deal with them when I get home. We'd be together, and it was all bad when I got out.
Damn.
You were selling dreams to these dudes.
So they probably died of a broken heart too. How many men you caused to pass away, man? Selling them dreams.
No, when I went in, I was in a relationship.
No, I heard the story. But that's not the way I processed it in my brain. It's your fault. You broke that man's heart.
He died of a broken heart.
Damn it, man.
Well, he really died in the in Cleveland Clinic. He did have a sarcoidosis. He passed away from that. So his heart was broke.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you a cold piece, man.
Jesus.
God damn, boy. Lord have mercy.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, I'm going to say my name is BJ, and the reason why I'm going to say this is because I don't want to get in trouble for this.
You anonymous on the radio. Gotcha.
Okay, this is no judgment. I've been in prison 4 times, and I done lied to so many girls. Like, my first bit, it was with my baby mama. I had 4 kids with her. And I see why she left. She'd be stupid not to leave me because I was a dog. I was a D-boy. But she said something. She said, where's all those other girls at now? And it occurred to me, where are they? And when I called them, man, they jumped on so quick. I had them taking care of my kids. I had them paying my mother gas money to come see me because they didn't know how to get there. I'm talking about I paid them, and then when I got out, I wouldn't even tell them if I made parole or served out or what time I did, so they wouldn't even know if I was out or not. But it was one girl that rolled with me. 3 of them bit. I ended up marrying her on my 4th one, and I ain't been back to prison. I got my own place. I got my own company. I got a podcast coming soon called State of Community. I work with the kids. That one girl changed my life.
Well, I'm happy. You had to go through 3 other women.
Yeah, because I don't understand.
More than that.
What do y'all... Go ahead, Kris.
No, it isn't.
Like I said, what do y'all get out of lying to women while y'all in prison? Like, I would think if I'm in prison,
Man,
I want to come out a better
it's all
person.
really a pride thing.
A pride?
It's real. It's like, because all the dudes is around there, and everybody want to be the man, or everybody want to be, important and be validated. So when you can go to that phone and call every time, and you know that you can get that money up on your book so you can go to canteen every time, you're going to do what it takes because you in there and you just trying to survive.
So it's survival, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's survival and really just holding on to something.
Yeah, I don't judge people for anything they do in survival mode, but I would want to come out a better person, and I would want God to see that I'm really evolving. Mm-hmm. So how can God bless what you pretend to be? You know what I mean? So if you're pretending to be a good person, but yet you lying to all of these women, manipulating all these women behind the wall.
He had to figure it out, though, because he did say he got locked up.
Jail lies. People would say, listen, they'll tell you, I changed my life. Let's go to God now. When they get out, it's like, what happened to everything you said in the wall?
He got locked up 4 times, though. So he said he was in 4 times. So either he liked something in jail or he didn't change it.
Yeah.
You know
I ain't with that.
800-585-1051. We're talking jailbays out there. Ladies, has a guy in jail ever wrote you, said they were going to come out, y'all were going to get married and have kids and family, and then when he got out, he was outside? Has that ever happened to you? And fellas, have you did the writing? Let's discuss this. The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Talk about it. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Young Thug, and this comes from Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist.
Yes, so Mariah the Scientist, she's riding with her man, and she said they talk all the time, and Young Thug told her when they get out, they are getting married. But the thing about that is, if you ever dealt with a man who is in jail, they will sell you dreams. For instance, my brother was supposed to get married when he got out of jail, and that did not happen. He's outside, been outside, having a blast outside. Okay?
So we're asking, has this ever happened to you? Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is T from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, has this happened to you? Somebody wrote you letters, said y'all were going to move in and get married, and then was out?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
And we're still 13 years.
What?
Prison. She better expect that he's gonna be dating other women.
Oh,
I knew my husband since I was 14.
So
that was 38 years. And when he was in prison, we didn't actually date because I knew he had to support himself while he was in prison. That means he's gonna write as many women as he can to get them funds.
So
that makes sense.
So it didn't bother you. You knew what it was.
I knew what it was. And then so when it got close, he kept in touch. When it got close to him to get out, he told me he always knew he wanted to. And so we went to counseling, made a commitment, and made it work.
Wow.
So did you do it because you knew him before he went in, or?
That was part of it. I knew him from growing up. I knew him when he hit the street, and knew that's not the lifestyle that I wanted to see him in. That's not the lifestyle I wanted to be in. So I kept my distance, but he always kept a tab on me.
Okay.
Well, it worked out.
That's right.
Well, I mean, success story.
Well, thank you, Mama.
13 years and 1 child. No baby mama.
Okay. Harmony. Good morning, Harmony.
Good morning.
Now you had a jail-based sell you some dreams, Mama?
So jail-based ain't sell me no dreams. Well, my first love actually put me up on game about it. Like, he was like all madly in love. He used to go to jail in his teenage years or whatever. And he just used to tell me, like, when I get out, I'm going to just come to you. Like, don't put no money. Nah. He going to let them chicken heads do it. So I respected that a lot. But everybody knows that boys that be in jail more than 5 years be gay. These females do not going for that. If you're going for that, you're setting yourself up. That's why majority of them boys get out of jail and they're hopping from female to female because they're looking for something that's not. They're battling those demons where they was in there and
looking for the.
Now I'm not gonna let you generalize all men doing over 5 years. I know it's some brothers.
I don't say all men, but if they did more than 5 years, I don't put it past them. I have an uncle that did 10 years and that kept that raw with me. Listen, they say it. If they did more than 5 years, them boys is gonna fold. Just like they don't believe women can go months without being celibate. Oh, something not adding up, sir. So you mean you could be in jail and you can go without sex, but women can't go without sex for months? I mean, no.
I'm not letting you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that.
So you said every man in jail that got over 5 years got a boyfriend.
I'm not letting you do that.
That's exactly what she said.
They got a boyfriend. No. If a boy cannot be monogamous, he has a boyfriend. He does not like women for real. He is battling himself.
So they like vagina.
The name is
I have to use
true.
the right
They
one.
like vagina. That's what they like.
Vagina.
She said that if a man can't be monogamous when they come home from prison, they don't really like women for real. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I believe that the man just like other women. He like a variety of women.
No, men be in survival tactics, actually. By being in jail, that's all they know. All they know is how to sell drinks because they're in a cell. They're on the phone. That's all they got to do. Majority of those men does not come home and stand on business majority of the time. Like,
let me ask you a question.
Men be battling a whole bunch of stuff, and I get it. To be soft-hearted, with a guy and, you know, you try to work with him, but no, babe. You got to face facts, sweetheart.
Let me ask you a question. We all know black men don't cheat, right?
Correct.
But
Yeah.
for all the people
That's
out
true.
here, for all the brothers out here who ain't never been to jail.
All black men don't cheat.
Well, for all the brothers who ain't never been to jail, but they still not monogamous, what's the excuse for them, man? Since you know everything.
They battling demons too.
Yeah.
How?
Goodbye, man.
They still battling demons.
They
Goodbye,
battling
man.
demons.
How?
They battling demons.
Yeah, the demon of infidelity ain't got nothing to do with like another penis.
Goodbye. I do want to know when men are in jail, right? And I see a lot of times men have fresh braids or fresh dreads. Who does their hair?
Another man.
Go see.
Nope.
Another man is in there doing
Go see and
research.
report
And I
back.
mean, so like, you know, they will
I
have
don't have
like,
hair.
you know, like, so like,
You be doing the braids.
sometimes they're really cool with like the gay men in jail. So like, they kind of have like this respect level,
Yeah.
you know, type thing. So, I mean, no woman back there doing it.
By the way, I don't know why people act like that's weird. Like it's weird to have a guy braid your hair or twist your dreads. Who cuts your hair now?
But you're not sitting between their legs. They probably think like you got to sit between this man's legs or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
How you can make that up? There could be a barber chair or a chair that they do this. Nobody's sitting somewhere between my legs.
That is crazy though. If you sitting between a man legs while you braid your hair, I don't think that's happening in jail. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
All right.
I'm
well,
not trying
what's
to
the
find
moral
out.
of the story if there is a moral?
The moral of the story, hey, if you're dating somebody in jail, just make sure you get that coin. Get the coin first because you may or may not get married. But get your bread up.
They probably ain't got no money.
All right. Well, we got rumors on the way. What we talking about?
We are talking about some rumors that I'm going to find out. But that's going to be coming up soon.
That mean that she has not been prepped yet. Sam, come do your job.
Jesus. All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Oh, we on? Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, our special guest co-host, Kris Kaylin is here.
What's up, y'all, boy?
And it's time for Rumor Report.
This is the Rumor Report.
I am here.
All the way from the 843.
Straight from Charleston.
You
And I'm
already
here.
know.
Made it.
We got Kris Kaylin
Y'all boy already know.
On the Breakfast Club.
Of course, you have the internet, but we have to debunk some rumors.
Talk about it.
All right, so we are talking about the debate that has been going on since last week, and that is Boosie versus Rod Wave. So, if you guys did not know, Rod Wave released a song, and Boosie said that song's a lot like my song. So we know people have sampled music before, but here's where the issue comes in. Boosie got on live, and he said Rod Wave did not clear the song with him. Rod Wave did not pay him for the song.
No, I don't own the song fully. I own a percentage of it. I still have publishing in it and writer's credits. So I guess when he found out that, he don't want to give me nothing. We going to court. Nobody contacted me. Nobody gave me my publishing. Nobody gave me my writer's credits. So how you cleared it when you ain't clear with me? Now the CEO, they calling me. Boosie, we going to put you in the publishing. We going to put you in the writer's credit. Too late. He could have pulled up on me and got me out the business. Nah, it's just one song. I mean, it's probably 4 or 5 songs that I could with, but just because a nigga take a line or two, I ain't really tripping on that, bro. When you take the whole everything, bro, I gotta get compensated.
And so Rod Wave said he got it cleared. Boosie obviously said it wasn't true. But then Rod Wave posted a video saying we can settle this out of court.
Anything I ever said in my song, I repeated in my song. On my mama, nigga, they got paid, nigga. Ass fat people, Paramore, nigga. Drake gave me the okay when I did the little from his song, nigga. Anything I ever did, I got the okay.
So right now they're going back and forth. Boosie said Rod Wave didn't pay him. Rod Wave said he's trying to pay him, but I don't know. But he definitely took the whole song. But I will say that is not the only song that Rod Wave has ripped. We have a Jay-Z song that may sound a little familiar. We have something from Ed Sheeran. And last one from Drake. And I know you can be inspired as an artist, but Rod Wave, are you a cover artist or are you a real rapper?
No.
What's happening here?
Rod Wave is definitely not a cover artist. No. That's what rappers do.
Yeah, that's what rappers do.
All artists do that since the beginning of time. Lil Wayne does that. Jay-Z does that. Drake does that. They quote other artists. Like they might start off one of their raps with another artist's verse. They pay homage to it. What did Jay say? I'm not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others. If I say a big verse, I'm only bigging up my brother.
Bigging up my borough.
Yeah.
Even with Soulja Boy and Drake.
Yes.
So
I don't know why people. I saw people getting upset about Rod Wave with that. I'm like,
but I definitely believe you. The business aspect, I believe that has to be cleared up. So Boosie is definitely standing on business in his Black Willie D's about this.
Yeah, I mean, if Rod,
I don't think anybody clears it though when you take somebody's verse. I thought it was always homage. I thought people know where it came from.
I think when you take the melody, you probably
the melody, yes.
Yeah. So I think Rod has to clear that with who owns it.
But he said he did though.
And Boosie said he didn't.
But if Boosie is one of those people, you have to pay Boosie too. You can't just pay some of the people. You got to pay everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If Boosie has to clear it, if Boosie has to give an okay, you have to give an okay as well. If you've ever tried to clear a song, you know if there's 3 or 4 people that have rights to that song, you got to get clearance from every single one of them.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Or if somebody owns the song, you just get it from that person that owns the song.
Yeah, but y'all, y'all coming at Rod Wave for quoting other people's lyrics. Everybody does that. I can't think of no rapper who doesn't. Since the beginning of time.
Definitely paying homage. All right, so Lotto, she was in an interview with Flo Milli, Maya Don, Manello, and Mellow Buck, and she was talking about women rappers like Cardi B and Young Miami who inspire her because they have children and they're still able to do what they need to do.
Get like inspired, dead ass, like by women like you, Miami, Stacey Red, Cardi. I always be like, every time I see her, like off camera when I see you, and I'm like, girl, you inspire me. Like dead ass, that make me be like, it's possible. Like everybody be talking about, like, you know how they be like, oh, it's too early. It's no such thing as too early. Yeah, when women get pregnant, they start trying to like dictate women's bodies and their reproductive system. Like, what? I can't have a kid. Like, I really wanted to have a child in my personal life. Like, that had nothing to do with my career. I wanted that for myself.
I respect it. I see it with Cardi. I see Cardi take her kids to school and make breakfast and lunch and dinner for her kids, but still be in the studio, still doing shows. I see it with Young Miami. I see her taking her kids to fashion shows and to the game and still being on tour and still writing. So I respect it too.
Yeah, you can still be a mom and still be a rapper.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Where's OVO? OVO Eli, where you at? Come here for a second.
Oh, God.
Nah, we got a package in the mail.
What is it, Drake's birthday? Is it Drake's, what is it? I don't know. Well, it can't be Drake's birthday. That's like
it's not Drake's birthday. No, we got a package in the mail.
Yo, don't rush in here like that. Don't run in here like that. Why you sweating and breathing hard?
Drake sent something. Pass that to OVO.
Oh, dope.
That's a New York Yankees hat. The OVO hat.
Why would he send you a New York Yankee hat?
That's the OVO hat.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
The Yankee OVO hat.
Put it on. He puts it on his head.
Oh,
watch out there now.
Let me see. Why did the Yankees
Boy,
have
it
an
look
OVO
good.
hat? It's the owl on it.
That's OVO.
The OVO owl.
OVO Yankees hat.
On the inside, it says same city, same friends.
Yeah, it's the OVO Yankee fitted.
All right. Why did they OVO got a Yankee fitted?
They sent it up here for
They should have a Toronto Blue Jays fitted.
Our guy, our OVO guy over here. OVO
They sent it specifically.
What's it say on the back?
Yankees.
Oh. Enter here.
New York.
You know what?
Enter here. All right. What do you say to Drake? Say some OVO stuff.
On the back.
OVO reps up for if you already know. Thank you,
Oh,
Drake.
my God.
OVO team. Thank you.
Bye,
Envy.
man. Bye.
It's the breakfast. Let's get to the mix.
Love y'all.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Kris, Kaylin, thank you for joining us the last couple of days. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoy being up here representing for Charleston and just being around y'all. Y'all are awesome.
You already know. Give me your Instagrams and Twitters and all that stuff, Kris.
Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. No, excuse me. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Kris Kaylin, KrisKaylin, _Kris Kaylin on Twitter. Make sure you are checking out my podcast, the What Was Said podcast. That's available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and my Diva Talk show on YouTube. Let's get connected.
All right.
Absolutely. And listen, I want to salute everybody who has an Audible account, man. You know, Kevin Hart and I have a company with Audible called SBH Productions, and we put out audio scripted originals, and we just released another one last week. You know, we was on vacation last week, but it's called Broke Down Profits by New York Times bestselling author S.A. Cosby, and it's about 3 people trying to make it on the streets of New York City. They run in petty scams to stay alive, and then, you know, a twist of events changes their lives forever, and they accidentally kill a man connected to the mob and find a small fortune. So if you like audio scripted shows and you like thrillers, then this is the one for you. And it stars Dasha Polanco. Salute to Dasha Polanco. Donnell Rawlings is on it. Brian Tyree Henry. Y'all know Brian Tyree Henry, Paperboy from Atlanta, and Jonathan Majors. So,
that's good.
Yeah. So make sure y'all check that out on Audible right now. If you have an Audible account, make sure you check out Broke Down Profits, okay, by S.A. Cosby on Audible right now.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive note. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do have a positive note, man, and it's simple. Never say never. Always try to see if there is an opportunity to go around the problem if you can't go across it. All right? Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?